Yeah, so insurance companies, most of them are for-profit corporations or partnerships, or I mean, they're all for-profit. It's what kind of corporate structure they have, whether they have members or whether they're a corporation. But they're all in it to make money, which is fine. That's America, right? But the way they do that is there's that age-old adage: it's not how much you make to build wealth; it's how little you spend. And that's the philosophy insurance companies have. So they bring in all this money for in premiums, and they spend a lot on advertising, but they spend very little in paying out claims. And so they have adjusters who study claims across the country. They have accountants who study claims across the country, and actuaries who look at these numbers and say, we're only going to pay this much on this claim, we're only going to pay this much on this claim, because that's how they save money and they have a profit.
Yeah, there's an algorithm that insurance companies use, and by doing that, they don't actually look at the individual clients, and that's where we come in. When you have a company that all they care about is an algorithm that says this type of injury gets this amount of money, or this amount of medical bills gets this type of compensation, that is a failure to address people's human injuries. And one of the things that Stevenson Klotz does to equalize that and to bring it to the insurance company is we bring it to the insurance company that they're actually dealing with a human being here that has a serious injury that has impacted their life like nothing else has ever impacted them before. And so when we can make an insurance company understand that they're dealing with a human being with real problems and a real family and real injuries, that is what we bring to the table.
That's right. And I think of insurance companies like that dragon in Lord of the Rings sitting on the big old pile of gold with their wings around it, and they don't want to let any of it go. And so another way that they protect their money is they try to drag cases out, because they're sitting on this big pile of money that's making interest every single day. And so if they can delay a claim, they're making interest off that money. And so, one of the things that we also do, and it's a fine line because we don't want to settle a case too soon before we know what a client's injuries are, but if there's the possibility to speed up payment for our clients, we push that real hard, because the insurance companies, they're making interest off this money, but our clients need the money right then. And so we do our best to try to make sure that the case doesn't drag on needlessly, for certain. The court system can be a little slow, but we don't want the insurance companies to win by holding on to that pile of money and increasing it through interest.
And I'll say this to our clients, and it's just something that happens when insurance companies drag these cases out. Humans get tired, and being in this type of process with a civil lawsuit is taxing on our clients, and it's hard for them to live day after day after month, and sometimes these cases go on for a year, and the insurance companies know that if they can just wear the client down long enough, that eventually that client's just going to give up. And what we want to do is make sure that the clients know that we are here to back them up and bring it to the insurance company, so that we are going to put on the fight that they need in order to have the energy to make it through the end of the case and not get worn down by the insurance companies.
That's right, and that's why we say, if you bring it to us, we'll bring it to them.